Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, you want to be mayor of Lynwood, is that right?
That is correct.
Tell me a little about yourself and how your experience relates to what we need here in Lynwood.
A little bit about me. I have been a resident at Lynwood for 13 years now. My background is in healthcare. So I have been a nurse for over 20 years. With the last 8 years, I have been practicing as a board certified nurse practitioner. I recently obtained my doctorate degree in 2022, and just last year, I got my psychiatric nurse practitioner. My career has taught me how to listen, learn, lead, with care. So I always work with integrity, transparency.
Why did you step forward now?
I step forward now because I've seen things that I didn't like as a resident here. I don't want to have to work every day and come home and have to try to figure out how do I go to the village? How do I find out what's going on with my tax dollars? It should be readily available to me as it should to you. So I want to try to get us a portal somewhere where you guys can see where your tax money is going and where it's coming.
Why do you think you're a leader?
With my background, I was once a student. I wasn't always a leader. So being a leader means remembering when you weren't a leader. What did I want as a student? So now I want to give that back. That's how I teach. I teach students right now, and I kind of give them little jewels of how to handle the nursing world. When you come in, remember that you're empathetic right now. You will run into some rough nurses, but that shouldn't change your heart or who you are. If you're here for the patients, be here for the patients. Don't get in it for the money because it'll never be enough money for you. You have to have the heart for it, and that's what I have. I have the heart for it. And to me, giving back your heart, the learning, the teaching, I think that's all a part of leadership.
How does that tie in to the village, having a heart for what you do?
To me, it's all about integrity. Some things can be taught. I do everything with integrity, with, again, transparency. So to me, to tie it in, let's take, for instance, like the nursing home, when I ran a nursing home. When I first went in, they give you a budget, a little over $1 million. So when I first go in, I'm probably maxing the budget because I don't know where I needed to pull from, where they were overspending. But once I get in and see, you don't need to utilize the money here, it could be utilized here. Once I build a relationship with my nursing staff, I never had to use agency. So now I'm not even using half of the budget. So now they're like, how are you doing that? It's all about building relationships. My staff would never call off. I never had to use agency because you build that rapport with your staff. And it's the same thing with the village. I want to build a trust and relationship with the village.
Speaking of transparency, what does that look like for you?
Transparency to me, it looks like everything should be readily available. You should be able to go in and just click on, I come home. I just had a 8 hour, maybe a 12-hour day at work. I don't want to go to the village. I don't want to watch a whole video. I don't want to watch a whole YouTube video. I want to be able to look at a button and say, oh, this is where we at right here. I don't want, sometimes reading, you're tired after work. I don't want to read. I don't want to listen to an hour video. I want to be able to go and look and find the information I need readily available and easy to me, even in layman's terms. Everybody is not into internet and will watch YouTube. So I need to have different multiple layers of transparency for every individual in the village. So with that being the YouTube, another button on our own website where they can go right to the website and see it.
So, with the links on the website, how often will they be updated?
That's a good question. They should be updated often. As much as the information come in, it should be updated. It should never be behind. You should never be wondering. And you should always know, okay, this is where our tax dollars. Oh, we're a little behind this month. Where did this go? You should be able to look and see. Oh, well, this is why this makes sense. We shouldn't hide anything from any other village. Everything should be out there for everyone.
How would you get information out to the masses outside of someone going to the village website? If I can't or I don't have access to the internet, how could you get that information to me?
So we have a texting service that we use, and we also, the plan is to also utilize the water bill. Everyone opens the water bill and reads the water bill. So we're going to put an insert in there monthly, and it'll give you information for months ahead, at least 2 months ahead. So you'll know, oh, maybe I need to be here. They're going to vote on this. Or we're looking at this. So we're going to put information in every water bill. So you will know what's coming for those who do not utilize the internet or the texting service.
Speaking of the water bill, I really haven't been able to get a handle on my water bill the last few months. It's been bi-monthly, then it's monthly, but it always seems extremely high. Why is the water bill so high?
The water bill is one of my questions as well. So I do want to dive into the water bill when I'm on the inside of the administration. I want to know what we're paying out as a village versus what we're paying as a resident. These are things that you should know that I should know. That's part of being transparent to me. Now, if there is a markup or it's a little bit going somewhere to our firemen, to our policemen, this is something that I'm okay with because I know as a healthcare provider, these are services that are needed. So I'm okay with helping pay a pension for that, but I need to know where it's going. I need to know that it's not going somewhere else. And I think you want to know the same thing. So that's part of our transparency. We will look into that question, the water bill. That's one of our tops.
What does accountability look like?
Accountability to me is leading by example. I have a staff. It's just like I have students. They're looking to me to lead. So when I come in, I set the tone for the room. I set the tone for the meeting. I set the tone for the village. So being accountable for my actions, whether I'm right or wrong, I have to be accountable for that. And because I'm gonna make sure my staff is accountable for anything. So I want them to hold me accountable as I would hold them accountable.
Um, why is it important to vote for you?
Because I am a resident just like you. And it was at one point I didn't feel heard. So I want to empower you. I am that bridge between the government and the residents. I want to make sure your voice is heard. I want to make sure my voice is heard. I want to bring that integrity, that caring, that transparency to the village. We should not have to wait for information. We should not have to dig for information. We should not feel like we're belittled. We don't have an open door policy. When you come to me, I should have a smile on my face and I should bring a smile to your face. We're all in this village together. We are one big happy family. And we should, Linwood is a beautiful place to live. So I want to make sure that that portrays to businesses that we want to bring. They need to see this. They need to see us as a family, as a unit, as a business. And we're only as good as our team. And we're all a team.
If I had, if you had to leave me with one thing, what would that be?
Use your voice. Part of using your voice is getting out to vote. We have early voting, February 10th to February 24th, and voting day is February 25th. That's when we need you guys to come out and support. Use your voice. Be heard. Don't talk about it in the living room. Don't text about it. Come out and use your voice.